Good afternoon all. I am Anandi, PSM College of Engineering and Technology. Now I am going to give about the lecture about matrices and determinants. In this section we are going to see about the subsections of matrices, operations of matrices, types of matrices, properties of matrices, determinants, inverse of a 3x3 matrix. These are the sections which I am going to cover in this presentation. First of all, matrices. Matrices. Both I am giving two examples and name it as an A and B. A and B are two examples of matrices in which matrix is nothing but an array of rectangular array of numbers enclosed by a pair of brackets. Why we are using matrices? Yes, let us consider a set of equations. If the equation is a simple one, that is two equations and two variables, then it is easy to show that the value as an x equal to 3 and y equal to 4. We can solve it easily. Next, suppose if we have an equation like example I am giving x plus y minus 2z equal to 7 and 4 equations with 3 unknown variables. Then these equations can be solved. It can also be solved, but it is little bit complicated. In order to solve the equations in the simplest way, we are using matrices. Yes. Matrices. The notation for a matrix is A equal to, we are arranging in the order A11, A12, etc. AMN. Here the numbers Aij are called the elements. The first subscript I indicates the row and the second subscript indicates the column. The matrix consists of mn elements. It is called m by n matrix, nothing but A equal to Aij, or simply a matrix A if the number of rows and columns are understood. Next, square matrix. What are the different types of matrices we are having? Square matrix first of all. If m is equal to n, that is, if our number of rows and the number of columns are equal, then the given matrix is said to be a square matrix. It's an example A equal to A11 etc. A1n up to AN1, AN2 etc. up to AN. Here A is called a square matrix of order n or n square matrix. Here the elements A11, A12, A etc. are the elements in which the elements A11, A22 etc. AN are diagonal elements. Summation I is equal to 1 to n Aij. It means the sum of the diagonal elements is called the trace of the given matrix A. Next, equal matrices. Two matrices A equal to Aij and B equal to Bij are said to be equal, that is A equal to B, if and only if each element of A is equal to the corresponding element of B. That is, Aij is equal to Bij for I lies from 1 to m and j lies between 1 to n. If and only if pronounced that if A is equal to B, it implies Aij is equal to Bij for I lies between 1 to m and j lies between 1 to n. In the same way, if small aij, it means the element. First A equal to B implies the matrices. Second, the element Aij is equal to Bij for I1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to n. That is, I lies between 1 and m and j lies between 1 and n. It implies that A is equal to B. That is, if the matrices are equal, then the elements are equal. If the corresponding elements are equal, then the matrices are equal. Example for an equal matrix. If our A is equal to 1, 0, minus 4 and 2 and our B is equal to A, B, C, D, it is given that A is equal to B. Then find the value of the unknown A, B, C and D. They have given already that the two matrices are equal. So we have to only find the unknown values. Since if A is equal to B, our A corresponding elements should be equal. Thus we are having A is equal to 1, B equal to 0, C equal to minus 4 and D equal to 2. Next, zero matrix. Every element of a matrix is zero, is called a zero matrix. That is, a matrix contains only zero values. For example, A is equal to this thing. It contains any order, any number of rows and any number of columns. Next, operations of a matrices. What are the operations we are involving in our matrices? First one is sum of matrices. If A equal to Aij and B equal to Bij, or m by n matrix, it contains m number of rows and n number of columns. Then A plus B is defined as C is equal to A plus B, where C is nothing but the element Cij, where Cij is equal to the element sum of the elements Aij plus Bij for 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to M and J lies between 1 and M. For an example, if our A is 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4 and our matrix B is equal to 2, 3, 0 and minus 1, 2, 5, then we are going to evaluate A plus B and A minus B. Sum and difference, same thing. Then we have the answer as A plus B is equal to corresponding elements should be added. So we get 3, 5, 3 and minus 1, 3, 9. In the same way, we can find the difference A minus B and the corresponding elements should have to be subtracted. Thus, we get minus 1, 3, 1, minus 1 and minus 1. Next, two matrices of the same order are said to be comfortable for addition or subtraction. It means if the two matrices having the same number of rows and same number of columns, only can addition or subtraction. Two matrices of different orders cannot be ordered as subtracted. For an example, let us consider the two matrices. The first one is A and second one is B. First one contains 2 by 3. Second one contains 3 by 3 matrix. So these two are not comfortable for addition and subtraction. Thus, if we want to add or subtract, then the order of the matrices should be the same. Next, multiplication. We go for a scalar multiplication. Let lambda be any scalar and A is equal to Aij is an m by n matrices. Then lambda A is nothing but lambda into Aij. It means we are going to multiply our lambda to each and every element of the matrix A, where our I lies between 1 and n and j lies between 1 and n. That is, each element in A is multiplied by lambda. For an example, if our A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4, then we have to evaluate 3A. It means we are going to multiply our 3 with each and every element of a matrix A. In particular, thus we get the answer of 3A as 3, 6, 9, 0, 3 and 12. In particular, if our lambda is equal to minus 1, then minus A is nothing but minus Aij. It means we are multiplying minus 1 to each and every element of the matrix A. It is called a negative of A. We know that A minus A, the given matrix and the minus of the same matrix is a 0 matrix. Next, the properties which are in our matrices. Like matrices A, B and C are comfortable. It means if our A, B and C are having the same order, it means the number of rows and number of columns of matrix A, B and C are equal. Then first one, commutative law, it means A plus B is equal to B plus C. Next, associative law, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Next, distributive law, lambda times of A plus B is equal to lambda A plus lambda B, where lambda is a scalar. Next thing, example, prove that lambda of A plus B is equal to lambda A plus lambda B. Let us prove the properties. Right, our C is equal to A plus B. So Cij is nothing but the sum of elements of A and B. So Aij plus Bij. Now consider lambda into Cij. Nothing but lambda times of Aij plus Bij. We are including our lambda to inside the bracket. So lambda Aij plus lambda Bij. We have lambda C is equal to lambda A plus lambda B. Since our lambda C is equal to lambda times of A plus B, so lambda of A plus B is equal to lambda A plus lambda B. Next, matrix multiplication. If A is equal to Aij is a m by p matrix and B is equal to Bij is a p by n matrix, then AB is defined as an m by n matrix. C is equal to AB, where C, elements of C is nothing but Cij, with Cij is equal to summation k equal to 1 to p Aik Bkj, which can be expressed as Ai1 B1j plus A12 B2j etc. up to Aip Bpj, where our I lies from 1 to m and j lies between 1 to m. Here the matrix A is m cross p. It means the number of row is m and the number of column is p. And our matrix B is p by n. It is number of rows p, number of column m. It means the two matrices can be multiplied only if our first matrix, the column of our first matrix is equal to the row of the second matrix. Then only the matrix multiplication is possible. Example, let A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 4 and B is equal to this thing. Then we have to calculate C as A into B. See here, in our example A, our matrix A, we have the number of column is 1, 2, 3. Whereas the number of rows in our matrix B is 3. So number of columns and the number of rows of other matrices are same. Since it has been same, we can able to find the product A into B. Now we evaluate C21, C21. So C21 in the sense 1, 2, 3, etc. just of product multiplication. We are calculating this C21 is equal to 0 into minus 1, 1 into 2 plus 4 into 5 using the formula which has been defined in the above state. Next example, our matrix 1, 2, 3, etc. evaluate C equal to general AB. So we are going to calculate all the values. So product of these two things. First column 1, 1 we are calculating. C11 what is? By using the formula we have find next column 1, 2, next column 2, 1, column 2, 2. C11 is nothing but the first row and the first column, product and sum and product of the first row and first column. C12 is nothing but product of the first row and the second column. C21 is nothing but the product of the second row and the first column. C22 is nothing but the product of the second row and the second column. Thus, we obtained our C as AB is equal to 18, 8, 22 and 3. Next, in particular, A is a 1 by M matrix and B is a M by 1 matrix. Then our value C is nothing but AB is a scalar. Here too the matrix multiplication is possible since the column of our A is M and the row of our B is M. As row and the columns are same, the multiplication is possible, but it gives the result in an answer of the remaining, which is nothing but 1 by 1, nothing but a scalar. But BA is a M by N matrix. AB is nothing but a scalar, but we have to calculate BA means it gives M by N matrix. That is, it takes the value as B11, A12, etc., which has been defined in this figure. So, in general, in matrix multiplication, AB is not equal to our BA. This is an example. Next property. Properties. Let us define our matrices A, B and C are comfortable. It means the number of rows and number of columns of A, B and C are same. Next, first one, A of B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. AB plus A plus B into C is equal to AC plus BC. A of BC is nothing but AB into C. And AB not equal to BA in general. AB equal to 0 not necessarily implies that A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. AB equal to AC not necessarily implies that B equal to C. It means either here the product of two matrices AB and AC means not necessarily the matrices, two matrices cannot be divided in an ordinary way. Example, let us prove that of A of B plus C is equal to AB plus AC, where A, B and C are n square matrices. Let us assume that X is equal to B plus C. So Xij is equal to Bij plus Cij. Let Y is equal to Ax. Then our Yij is nothing but the summation of both Aij and Xij, product of, where Xij can be expressed as Bkj plus Ckj. Nothing but the summation of, we are just multiplying our Aik into the brackets. So this thing, we obtain the summation k equal to 1 to n Aik Bkj plus summation k equal to 1 to n Aik Ckj. So Y is equal to AB plus AC. Therefore, we obtained A of B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. Next, we are moving on to the types of the matrices. First one, identity matrix, next inverse matrix, then transpose matrix, then symmetric, then orthogonal. First of all, square matrix. Square matrix whose elements A, I, J is equal to 0 for I greater than or equal to J is called upper triangular matrix. It means the elements below to our diagonal elements are 0 means then the matrix is said to be an upper triangular. It means only the upper elements below the above the diagonal elements only contains the value. Other elements are 0. Next, if our diagonal elements, if all the values appear only below the diagonal, then it is said to be lower triangular matrix. If both upper and the lower triangular, that is Aij equal to 0 and Ij equal to 0, it means the diagonal elements, other than the diagonal elements, all the values above the diagonal and below the diagonals are 0 means it contains, which implies that it's a diagonal matrix. That is, the diagonal matrix contains only elements only in the diagonals. All other elements other than the diagonal elements are 0. Simply we say that D is equal to diagonal of A11, A12, etc. Am. In particular, if A11, A22, etc. is equal to 1, then the matrix is called as an identity matrix. Properties: A into identity matrix equal to identity matrix into A is nothing but A. Example of an identity matrix is 1, 0. It is a 2 by 2 matrix. Next one is 3 by 3 matrix. Next, if AB and BA in general, however, if two square matrix A and B is such that AB is equal to BA, then A and B are said to be complete. If A and B is such that AB is equal to minus BA, then A and B are said to be anti-complete. If matrices A and B is such that AB equal to BA equal to I, then we cite our B is called the inverse of A. The symbol is nothing but notation is nothing but A power minus 1. And A is called the inverse of B. The symbol is nothing but B power minus 1. Let us show this by an example. Example 1, A is equal to etc. and B is equal to this matrix. Then we have to show that our B is the inverse of our matrix A. We know that AB is equal to BA is equal to this thing. The matrix obtained by interchanging the rows and column of a matrix is called transpose of A. Next definition. Example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has our given A contains 2 rows and 3 columns. Whereas we are interchanging our rows and columns, we applied A transpose as 1, 4, 2, 5, 3, 6. Nothing but 3 rows and 2 columns. For a matrix A equal to Aij, its transpose A power T is nothing but Bij. A matrix such that A transpose is equal to A, then the given matrix is said to be symmetric. That is, the element Aj is equal to Aij. And A plus A transpose must be symmetric. Okay. Next example, we are showing that the given matrix is symmetric or not. To show that it is a symmetric, first we have to calculate its transpose. Okay. A matrix A such that A transpose equal to minus A, then it is said to be skew symmetric. Symmetric means A, skew symmetric means minus A. That is, our elements Aj equal to minus Aij for I and J. A minus A transpose must be skew symmetric or not. Next question. Our matrix A is called an orthogonal A transpose equal to A transpose into A is equal to I. Yes. That is, A transpose is equal to A power minus 1. It is A inverse. Next, we prove that the given matrix A is orthogonal or not. First, calculate A transpose. Transpose means we are interchanging our rows and columns. First row and columns are interchanging and we just obtained A transpose. And calculating A into A transpose and calculating A transpose into A. Both are identity matrix. Therefore, the given matrix is an orthogonal matrix. Properties. AB whole power minus 1 is nothing but AB whole inverse, nothing but B inverse into A inverse. Next, A transpose or whole transpose is nothing but RA. In the same way, lambda times A the whole transpose equal to lambda into A transpose. The scalar multiplication of lambda does not take any different values. Next, A plus B the whole transpose equal to A transpose plus B transpose. And AB the whole transpose is equal to B transpose, A transpose. Both transpose and the inverse have the same properties. Next, AB inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. We are going to prove. Since AB into B inverse A inverse is equal to, we are producting AB and B inverse A inverse. Next, A into B inverse into A inverse, which is nothing but Ri. It means B and B inverse equal to I. By using the property, we are putting B into B inverse as an identity matrix. Next, A into A inverse as an identity matrix. And again, we are considering B inverse A inverse into AB, that is equal to I. Therefore, our B inverse A inverse is nothing but the inverse of the given matrix AB. Next, determinant. Consider the 2 by 2 matrix A11, A12, A21, A22. The determinant of A is denoted by modulus A, which is nothing but a given number. And it can be evaluated by modulus of A is equal to A11 into A22 minus A12 into A21. Just of cross multiplying like that. Easy to remember for an order 2 is in this way. Just we have to put the first diagonal matrix plus minus of the second diagonal. For an example, evaluate the determinant 1, 2, 3 and 4. We can evaluate and find the value as minus 2. So, Determinant value contains only a single value. The following properties are true for determinants of any order. First one, if every element of a row is 0, that is, if a row contains a 0 element, then the modulus A is equal to 0. Second one, modulus of A transpose is same as the given matrix modulus A. Third one, modulus of AB is nothing but mod A into mod B. Next example, show that the determinant of any orthogonal matrix is either plus 1 or minus 1 for any orthogonal matrix A transpose equal to I. Since modulus of A transpose equal to mod A into modulus of A transpose, that is equal to I, and modulus of A transpose equal to mod A is A. So modulus of A square equal to 1 or modulus of A equal to plus or minus 1. Next, let us consider the 2 by 2 matrix A equal to this thing. Its inverse can be written as A inverse equal to 1 by modulus of A into A2 to A minus 1 to etc. Then find the inverse of the matrix, this thing. We can calculate it. Its determinant value is nothing but modulus value, which is nothing but calculated as minus 2. Hence, the inverse of A is nothing but A inverse equal to minus 1, 0, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. Next thing, consider an example 1, 2, 3, etc. Its determinant can be obtained by modulus of A is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. this thing, and it has been calculated as 0. Find the cofactor of the matrix A equal to 1, 2, 3, 0, 4, 5, etc. We are just calculating the cofactor for each element of the given matrix. For a matrix A1, 1, we are calculating as first for 1, 1, we have to omit our first row and the first column and find the remaining determinant value. We obtained 24. Next A2, 1, we are just omitting our second row and the first column and finding the determinant value for the remaining elements and obtained as minus 2. And for A31, we are just omitting our third row and the first column and we are obtaining the determinant value as minus 2. In the same way, we are calculating our determinant value A12, 13, 22, 23, 32 and 33. And we just obtained our cofactor matrix as given in this example, 24, 5, minus 4, etc. Inverse of the matrix A. Given matrix is 1, 2, 3, etc. this thing, then A inverse can be nothing but 1 by modulus of A into matrix transpose, A transpose. It means we just calculate the cofactor, no, that cofactor matrix mod transpose, which is nothing but 1 by modulus 1 by 22 into this thing. Just we are dividing our 22 into each and every element of the matrix. Thus we obtain 12 by 11, etc. this thing. This is our matrix. Thus we can obtain our inverse of the given matrix. These are the sections which have been used in our future matrices. These are the elementary sections which we are using in our matrices. Yes, thank you.